Hi guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 4 of season 2 of Made in Abyss. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me, and join me in this incredible adventure. Okay, in the previous episode we got the chance to see Faputa for the first time. Let's see what's going to happen now, because Reg is looking at her, and then we needed to know if Rico can recover after eating that disgusting stuff. Okay, are you ready to join me with this? Check it out. I mean, Reg is the only one there. He's the goal! What the F? Maybe she wanted to meet the Reg. Oh my! Yes, she wanted to approach Reg. Oh. She has 4 arms because Weko is inside of her too. Yes! No, I told you! No, she knows Reg! Oh yes, yes! No F way! Don't tell me that's his sister! They have the same arm as Reg! No, no, no F way! No, look, I'm shocked. I told you! No, Reg! Nanachi, look, we have a huge problem here. Oh no, F way. Exactly, does she have to sell herself? No, yeah. No, 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 okay. Oh. Exactly, it becomes the truth. The more you say it, the more you accept it in your mind. Eh. No. Eh? Yeah, what do you mean? The 3 sages, like the... Like the sage there. Oh my. Friends, brother and sister. Oh yes, I can't wait. Maybe it's a bad truth to know, eh? I mean, yes, it's Reg. Look. Yes. Okay. 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 No, look. I. What does it mean, Sosu? Faputa no. Look, it happened in the movie. Ask Bondoro, though. I mean, oh no, 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 no! I feel it. Look, no F way. Duh. Haku, who's a Haku? Who's a Haku? Maybe that's a Rico. Maybe. But what the? The Hollow Child! A Haku is a Rico, maybe. Maybe that's a Rico. What Faputa? I mean... why? Oh, that's true? That's true! Whoa, really? No, wait a second. So, why Rico gave him this name? No, like... The human child. Oh no. No, 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 no. I told you in the previous commentary these stuff too. Come on, Reg, don't you remember anything? No, not this music, please. That's the problem, Reg, because I think that we will discover something crazy, okay? But those are the petals, like at that time that... Yes! Exactly! Oh no. It's a bad sign, eh? Poor Rico, I mean, did she recover? Ah. but you're alone. um. Oh no, F way, look. Reg had the mission. Oh no, maybe. What's wrong? Oh, why did they turn like that? Is it because she is... Yes, I mean, she is that child. Oh, no way, look. No, Rico, don't go alone. Oh, it's the worst thing. If something happens to you, they can't protect you at all. No, no. Be careful. Rico, don't go alone. They are following her, yes. Or maybe they want something else. Huh? Don't tell me that it's a trap. I mean, because now that she's alone. Oh no, look. No, don't go, Rico. No! No, no, I told you. No, 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 no. Rico, don't go out from there, now or never. Oh, no, 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 Nanachi, please. Try to scream, Rico. Now or never. This is really bad, yes. No, again, no. Oh, this time. This time is good. No, but look, are you going to save them or you just want mania once again? No, ne? Oh, here we go again. Give mania to Rico. No, where do you go? Yeah, because the balancing regards them, not. Oh no. Okay, maybe it learned. Yeah, because he was supposed to be broken into pieces, so they can regain that form. I don't know if you can, but. Oh no, something bad is about to happen, maybe. No, I thought that she was crying because she already imagined that something... Ah, okay, okay. Exactly, that happened again. Fortunately, when they go up, there was no force field, so it's okay. Let's try. Let's see what do they eat now. But who's the cook? Heh. No, that means it's disgusting. Eh, because they were human beings before. Ah. Oh. Is it smelling? But that, is that a spoon or? I think you have to go to the toilet once again, Rico, at the end of it. She was, yes, she was begging. Wow, yeah, because before. Oh, one of the three sages. Oh no, Belaf! No, we are going to see how Belaf. Let's see if he transformed to look. Oh my. Oh my. So this is Belaf and he's the man that I told you. Maybe. Oh no, Belaf, look what you became. Oh my. That's the pink thing that they found. No, no, not you. What are you? No! No! What the F? Why? Oh no. Oh no. This is Wacko. What the F is going on? Okay, guys, I'm shocked. I mean, this is confirmed here. Made in Abyss is one of my favorite stories so far. First of all, because there's lots of things to analyze. And second of all, because the more we go deep down the abyss, the more we are shocked. So let's go step by step because I have so many things to say and it was hard for me to collect in my brain everything that I want you to know. But in the case I'm forgetting something to tell you, don't worry because I'm going to put these sort of panels in the commentary section in which I can develop all the rest of my thoughts in the case I forget something. So sorry for that in advance, but look, even my brain has a limit, so if I'm losing something, you know that you will find it anyway, because while editing I am going to think more and more than usual. First of all, guys, Faputa and Reg, I told you that she was searching for Reg, or I told you that she knew Reg. That was awesome, because finally we understand that there is a connection between the two. We know that she, Faputa, knows him so well, and in fact I told you previously that they had the same marks here, as if they are belonging to the same native population, also because Reg comes from the bottom of the abyss, and even this guiding girl that was guiding all of them through the Golden City, I mean the Ganja group, she was speaking a language that was not understandable, because of course maybe she's coming from deep down the abyss too. But look, first of all, if we analyze Faputa, we know that she has 4 arms. And look, this is already something crazy, because as much as I was telling you in the previous commentary, you know that I was telling you, what if she had to sacrifice Weko in order to survive, in order to stay over there and become this Princess Faputa that everyone is, yeah, let's say scared to meet, or they are intimidated to meet them. 4 arms, because maybe 2 are her arms and the other 2 arms are the arms of Weko. Once she was sacrificed, maybe, we don't know. But the fact that she has 4 arms makes you understand already something. That something happened to her thanks to that transformation. But okay, let's go ahead. We know another important detail, because when she's meeting Reg, she is calling him Reg, and for a second I forgot that Reg was a name given by Rico when they were on the surface, and in fact later Reg is saying the same thing. How do you know my name? Because Rico gave me this name. What you say, it's fake. Look, guys, in the past, Reg's name was Reg. How could Rico give Reg the same name that he has before? That's crazy. If this is what I told you during the previous commentary, that means we know that Rico survived once she could ascend the abyss thanks to Liza and Ozen. Do you remember? They were confining her inside these relics, and they could ascend the abyss until Rico could survive, because she reached the surface. What if during that procedure, what if during the ascending of the abyss, Rico could memorize, could collect, let's say, some data that we don't know how, but even thanks to the relic, maybe it's like a sponge that it's attracting all the info possible. Do you understand what I mean? And maybe unconsciously speaking, Rico, as soon as she saw Reg for the first time, she thought, okay, let me give you a name, Reg, because maybe she heard that name before. Maybe Liza was talking, unconsciously speaking to Rico, by telling her, look, one day you will meet a boy called Reg, etc., etc. Even if Rico was a baby, she couldn't understand anything, but what if there was a way in which Liza could transfer these memories inside Rico's brain, and she was called the Hollow Child. Also because even Faputa is talking about this Hollow Child that, in my opinion, it's Rico. So everything is turning around these two characters because as much as we understand the importance of Reg even later when Faputa is talking to him, but we also understand that there is this mission that Reg has that is connecting to this child that is Rico. So everything is surrounded by this aura of Liza. I don't know if Liza is creating everything thanks to this abyss. I don't understand what Reg did in the past, and in fact he keeps saying that he doesn't remember anything. But in this episode, we saw that he could remember a little bit Faputa crying and say, Reg, Reg. So maybe Reg is the source of all that it's happening in the abyss. We need to remember that Reg, as the incinerator, he has this important weapon. What if he created the abyss? What if he, by having a special power that we still don't know, created lots of mistakes, lots of problems? What if he killed Liza? What if he condemned Faputa too to her destiny? I mean, we don't know what's going on. The only thing we know that was explained in this episode is that there are these three sages, these three entities, these three figures that are using others, that are using their knowledge to create all these disgusting area of the abyss. So these three sages are the owner and the creators of this side of the abyss, but we needed to understand what's their purpose. But look, I was so shocked that Reg had the same name and that Faputa knew him, and that's why Faputa didn't put any sort of mark on Reg, because of course she knew him. And in fact, they have a special connection, but Reg doesn't remember anything. If Reg was the culprit of what happened to Faputa, actually Reg is saying later, what did I do to her? I don't remember. So maybe he was cursing her somehow. Or this Ganja group who reached the bottom of the abyss, where we are now, they could meet Reg instead. I mean, that's crazy. Don't you think? And in fact, even the other robotic figures that we see next to Faputa, they all have the same arms as Reg. I mean, they have these robotic arms that reminds me of Reg. So what if Reg is the leader of all of them? We need to understand Reg's role in this story, because I am afraid that Reg is somebody evil. It's not a good character, and sooner or later he will understand what happened in the past and maybe why he decided to curse others, why he decided to kill others. What if Liza was killing his population or the entities that were next to him, and then he decided to kill her, but at the same time, now by not remembering anything, he is playing the role of the good character who's always saving Rico. I mean, if Rico is the hollow child, guys, we are talking about a hollow. So we know that hollows, when they want something, they need to express their value, the value that they want to exchange in order to buy something, in order to gain something. So Rico, by being a hollow, I mean, I don't understand if Rico is the hollow child, why she's considered a hollow. Because she didn't transform, also because she was confined inside that relic, it means that something else happened to her, so she could pass from a human being to a hollow. So what's going on? Even if we know that Rico was born in the abyss. I mean, she was born inside the abyss because Liza and Rico's father, they were having this romantic relationship inside the abyss. So what if people who are born in the abyss automatically become a hollow child? I mean, we needed to understand more about this, but that's amazing. I mean, this story is amazing me a lot because we still have to understand so many things, and I can't wait to go ahead with these. Reg, when he met the Faputa, he was a little bit reluctant to listen to her, also because of the name, also because of any other things, but he started remembering things. So, of course, he knows her, and we don't understand the connection. What if Reg is Faputa's sister? What if Reg is Faputa's best friend? We don't know still the connection between the two because it was not explained. But we know that they have almost the same eyes. I mean, if you look at them, even when she was the guiding girl for the Ganja group, they had the same eyes. So what if they are brother and sister? What if something happened to them? And wow, look, I don't know, but it's crazy. It's becoming disturbing, especially when Faputa was analyzing if that was Reg. Oh my, that was simply disgusting, okay? And I knew that these moments were coming, were about to come, but you're never prepared, sincerely. Another thing is that Faputa is saying you plan to live in the same time as that hollow child. What does that mean? I mean, what if Reg is an entity? I mean, what if Reg is not human, let's say, but it's something transcendence? I mean, it's something supernatural, like a god. We don't know. Because what does that mean, that sentence she said? As if time is the most important thing here, and if Reg wants to put himself on the same level as that hollow child, that in my opinion is Rico, does this mean that he wants to become human? He wants to put himself on the same level? But what plan is that? Why? We don't know. We really don't know. But there is even that clock over there that even Reg is seeing. And he doesn't understand what that clock means. Does this clock mean that there is a sort of a countdown until we reach the moment in which the abyss is going to be destroyed, or everything inside the abyss will be destroyed somehow? What does it mean that there is this concept of time? That's scary, because even Faputa said, you're going to stay while they are going to die. And in fact, guys, in one of my previous commentary, I was telling you this. What if Rico, Nanachi will all die? Reg will be the one to survive, to be able to reach the surface of the abyss once again, and to be able to narrate what happened, what they discovered. I mean, what if the main protagonist is not Rico, but it's Reg in all this story? And by being the only one who can survive, he will also be able to narrate everything that happened, narrate his pain, narrate the people he lost, and finally, by creating these notes that nobody will be able to touch again, or anyway, everyone will treasure these notes, there will be a chance finally to understand or to explain the abyss. That would be amazing, but on the other side, there is a price to pay, that is to lose Rico and Nanachi. Even if Reg is just saying, I don't want to think about that now, I wanted to think about it when it's happening. So I think, I also believe at this point that Rico will not be able to reach Earth once again. I mean, at this point, Rico will be able to reach Liza in her final form, that we still have to know if she's still alive or not, but she will be able to reach the bottom of the abyss, and then she will not be able to go back on the surface anymore. So that will be painful. I think the most painful moments will be when finally they have to go back on surface and they will not be able to do that. So Reg will be the only one who can reach the surface. Yeah, I was imagining this thing, if you remember, and I think it's quite normal at this point, because if Rico is going to be helped by the relic once again, she will be able to ascend the abyss as much as for what happened when she was born. But if she's not using the relic, it's impossible for her to go back on Earth. So I think that's what's going to happen. And that's why Reg has to prepare himself to lose others, and that's why maybe he can't remember all the other people who he lost before he met Rico. Another thing is those petals that are descending on the ground while he's still thinking about his memories lost and what his reaction would be if he remembers everything. Look, these petals, we know that those petals were seen even in season 1, when they were trying to explain the place where Liza actually lost her life. And we know that those petals were connected to Liza somehow, but also to all the people who died, actually. And you see that there are so many petals, it means that so many people died. And there are even these tags with all the names on them that are making you understand the names, the people who lost their lives. So, as much as I was telling you, what if Reg created all this damage to the abyss, or what if others were creating this damage on the abyss, and that's why Reg lost his family, lost his population, and then he became so angry that he could release a sort of a power that he didn't know that he has. Look, if you remember in the movie, there was a moment in which Reg couldn't understand what he was doing. He completely lost his mind. Do you remember when he was getting in touch with electricity? There was a moment in which Reg couldn't remember anything even after. I mean, after that happened, when Nanachi was asking him what was going on, etc., he couldn't remember anything. So what if it's electricity, the thing that we need for Reg to remember things? We don't know. But there is a huge mystery behind this character. And yeah, as much as I was telling you, I am afraid that this thing will not be something good, but it will be something really, really bad. The only thing that I can think as Reg as a good character is the only flashback that we have regarding himself and Liza. In fact, Liza was talking to him peacefully, as if they were not arguing or something. So maybe it's not what I'm saying. Maybe Reg was a friend of Liza, but we need to understand so many things right now that it's making me confused, to be honest, but I like that. I really, really like it. And that clock, guys, I don't know. That clock means something for real, because that clock is stopped at a certain hour. I mean, it's not moving. So what if that time reflects the moment in which everything was collapsing over there, but there is this concept of time, as if Reg is something else. Another thing is these sages. Look, in the previous commentary I was talking to you about that native sage that we saw at the beginning in episode 1, even before the Ganja group was going deep down the abyss. And I was thinking that that sage was the same that was carving Prushka in the previous episode. But now we got in touch with these two sages of three. One of the sages is Vasukian, that Rico is meeting at the restaurant, and I don't understand, or I don't remember sincerely, is Vasukian the man that was conducting all this Ganja group throughout the abyss? Because in the previous commentary I told you, in my opinion, Magikaja was that man. I mean, the man who was conducting the Ganja group to the bottom of the abyss. But at this point, is it Vasukian, that man? I don't remember his name right now. I have to go back and check episode 1, to be honest, and then I'm going to edit this video in which I tell you my final thought, if I was right or I was wrong. Anyway, one is that sage that is looking at Rico in this suspicious way. I mean, look, Made in Abyss is great because even if you can't understand the facial expression of a character, like in this case of Vasukian, you already imagine or you already feel as if he is looking at Rico in a suspicious way, as if he also knows this hollow child, as if he knows that they are all searching for her, maybe, because Rico has a great importance in this story. We know that she was so enthusiastic that she could communicate with others no matter the difference of language. We know that she keeps surviving, okay, thanks to others, but why Rico? I mean, is it just because it's the hollow child, based on what happened to Liza Ozen and all the others? Or is there another big mystery regarding her that we still don't know? That, I mean, her importance is directly connected to the fact that she is the hollow child? Or is there another reason why she's so important? We needed to go ahead and check it out. Anyway, one sage is Vasukian and the other one is Belaf. Look! No, when we saw how Belaf is right now, I mean, crazy, unbelievable. Anyway, these sages are creating this area of the abyss. These sages are the most important entities in this area of the abyss. So as much as I was telling you in the previous commentary, once they descended this abyss and they reached this golden city, they met this pinkish thing that we see at the end of episode 1. But look, guys, I have never imagined that pinkish thing was Mitti. I mean, I am astonished because I don't understand. I mean, this Ganja group is supposed to go deep down the abyss many years before Nanachi, Mitti descended the abyss, right? Or is it just because we are talking about a distortion of time? I don't understand. Or were there other Mitti before Mitti? I mean, I don't understand. They wanted to use Mitti now for what? Because once they descended the abyss, they met this pinkish thing. And you understand from that moment on that the Ganja group wanted to communicate with this area, let's say, to gain more info, to become more important, because I was telling you, the more you gain, the more you want, and the more you discover things, the more you become important. So I think even Belaf, Vasukian, and all these other members of the Ganja group, they felt themselves as if they were so super important because they could have discovered this area of the abyss that was still unknown, that was just a myth, that was just a legend, but it was confirmed at that time. So automatically they were creating this area of the abyss, they were becoming the owners of this area of the abyss, so they, by knowing that they couldn't ascend the abyss anymore, they preferred to accept their conditions and stay over there and rule over there. What I'm saying is, when they reach the bottom of the abyss and there is this pinkish creature in front of them, as if they found a god, because there was a moment in which all these Ganja members, they were making the eyes like, as if they found the real gold that later it was transformed into a curse. Was that Mitti? Or was that something that seemed to be Mitti? Because otherwise I don't understand. Also because Nanachi and Mitti descended the abyss at that time when there was Bondorudo who was trying to catch all these kids, but I think that this thing is happening later. So that Mitti that Nanachi is meeting in this episode, is that Mitti? Her Mitti? Or is it another Mitti? And anyway, for Nanachi is a trauma because she knew what happened to her Mitti, and to see the same shape, it's causing her a trauma once again. The only thing Magikaja is saying is that that masked figure, that is Bondorudo at this point, was using Mitti, that this masked man was, using Mitti for something, or he was giving Mitti to them, or something like that. I'm confused still, but what does that mean? Mitti was burnt thanks to the incinerator, but at this point, is it true? Did Mitti really perish at that time or not? What if we get in touch with the discovery that that incinerator didn't do anything to Mitti, so we are starting all over again? Because Mitti was one. So how is it possible that there were other Mitti? Is this related to the time that Faputa was talking about? Maybe there is even the possibility to go back in time, or to create different dimensions in which you have a different Mitti, and this abyss is the creator of all these dimensions, or this difference in time. What if the more we descend to the abyss, the more time is distorted, is creating a distortion, and maybe Mitti is still alive? What if, now I tell you something really stupid. What if Rico is Liza? By descending the abyss, Liza... No, it's impossible, because then we see Liza and Ozen, by ascending the abyss, they are transporting this relic in which inside there's a Rico. Now, because I was thinking, what if Liza, by descending the abyss, she couldn't go back as a woman, but as a child, that is a Rico, and that's why Rico doesn't remember many things too. It's not just a Reg, but maybe even a Rico doesn't remember that in another dimension, or when descending the abyss, she was Liza, and that's why she remembers that the Reg is a Reg. That she was giving the same name to Reg, because by being Liza, she knew, unconsciously speaking, that he was Reg. I don't know. I really can't explain this, because Mitti was dying before they met Bondorudo, before the last diving. So I don't understand, I really don't understand. The only thing that I can think is Magikaja at a certain point, talking to Nanachi, was talking about the moments in which we create lies, and these lies can become truths. So what if Mitti is not dead? We saw that Mitti was burned, right, by the incinerator. But what if it's not true? What if it didn't happen? That was just a lie that Nanachi kept repeating to herself, that Mitti was dead, Mitti was dead, Mitti was dead. So she started believing it. This deep connection with Mitti is still going ahead because she never perished. And that's why Nanachi, when she was meeting Majikaja since the first time, Majikaja was saying you have a great aura around you, you are protected somehow by something, as if, yes, Majikaja already knew that Mitti somehow was still alive. Faputa was putting a symbol on Rico in which there is this person upside down, as if Rico has to die, and Nanachi has a scratch here. Faputa was already anticipating to Reg, because Reg didn't have any mark on it, that he has to prepare himself to lose Rico and Nanachi, because really soon they are going to die. But how they will die? We don't know. What if at this point Nanachi, now by meeting Mitti, she will betray Rico and Reg? I don't know what's going to happen now, sincerely. That's really amazing, but I am afraid, because I'm sure that they will not be able to ascend the abyss altogether at this point. There are so many mysteries here. Look, I don't know what to think about anymore. What if Nanachi has an important role in this story that we still don't know? Because as soon as we reached this second season, I was telling you already that Nanachi had a great connection with Faputa, that she might have understood her more than others. And at the end of the episode, we see even Weko. I think that's Weko with the pink long hair. Is that Mitti? I don't think so. I think that's Weko. But we see that Weko is trapped somewhere. We still have to understand where. Belaf wants to use Mitti. But and Majikaja, as soon as he heard Mitti, the name Mitti, he was telling Nanachi, Belaf is using me. What the F? I mean, was that Belaf who suggested Bondorudo to create all of these hollows? I mean, what if, because Bondorudo comes after Belaf, if I'm not wrong. I mean, we don't know the age of Bondorudo, but chronologically speaking, Belaf was the first one to descend the abyss. And I don't think that in that Ganja group there was Bondorudo already. Or, in the case there was Bondorudo over there, Belaf was the one who was helping this group to descend the abyss, who wanted to discover more, etc., etc., etc. So maybe between this group there was even Bondorudo, and Bondorudo stopped on the level on top of them. And maybe Belaf instructed him to create hollows too? Because do you remember, guys, I remember in one of the scenes of the movie that when Bondorudo was destroyed, no, when Prushka died, there were these on and off buttons, for example, and when Prushka died, that button turned off. But there were so many others on. It means that Bondorudo already knew how many hollows were deep inside the abyss, and maybe all of these on button refer to all the hollows we met, not just on the layer of Bondorudo, but even the hollow area, the hollow village we are in right now. So Bondorudo was just a tool for Belaf, because Belaf is using these hollows. I mean, he is using Mitti for something that we still have to understand what that is, but maybe Belaf, by creating, together with these other two sages, this area of the abyss, he was creating this area to make experiments and to know something that we still don't know. It's a great mystery. But at least we know that Belaf and all the others were transformed like this. I mean, it's a confirmation that we needed to know, even if for all of us it was simply obvious, because once they tried to ascend the abyss, it was impossible for them to survive, so they were transformed. last but not least, at the end of the episode, always when Nanachi is meeting this Mitti, the narration, that I think that's Weko, I mean, I still don't understand if that's Weko or somebody else, but anyway, that voice is saying, once you'll find your treasure, you will make a sort of a transition, and it means that your journey is ending. This is a bad sign, sincerely, because it makes you understand that Nanachi will be sacrificed somehow. I mean, once Nanachi met Mitti, once again, Nanachi found her treasure, and the value that she has will make a transition. So it will create a connection. So her journey will end, probably, by doing this, and maybe that's the same thing that happened to Weko with Faputa, for example. Maybe we know that Reg's treasure was Faputa, and unfortunately he had to sacrifice her life for the value he has, or I don't know, but this is super amazing. But of course that sentence that I told you now referred to Nanachi, so definitely once she met Mitti, now Nanachi wants Mitti again, but in order to gain Mitti again, she has to exchange something of herself. Does this mean that Nanachi will sacrifice herself to regain Mitti so they can finally reach heaven together? Because I remember that after Mitti died, Nanachi said, I'm coming later. It's not my time now. I will come later. So what if now, by sacrificing herself, in order to reach it, her journey will finish, that means she will die, and she will be able to reach the Mitti that died in season 1. I don't know, that's the only thing that I'm thinking, but at this point, this can make sense also to Rico. I mean, Rico wants to reach Liza, like in the moment in which she wanted Liza's note. Do you remember? And at that time, she was said that if she wants that note, she has to pay a sort of a price that is her value, that is herself. Of course, Rico didn't want. What if, in order to reach Liza, Rico too has to sacrifice herself? That means maybe she will never be able to ascend the abyss again. And in this case, Reg will be the last one who can ascend the abyss once again, alone. Let's see what's going to happen next time with episode 5 of season 2 of Made in Abyss. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. Bye guys, see you in the next video.